5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Two white Muslims.
Go.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
My name's Junaid Rahim,
And my name's Muhammad Yusuf Bashforth.
and affectionately we're known as
The Two White Muslims. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
And here we are again.
Here we go again.
3, 2, 1. You're back in the room.
Back in the room.
It's like you never left. It's like you never. Again.
Have I slept?
Again.
I don't feel like I've slept. Is this just a recurring nightmare?
Again. They're back again. Oh, love, they're back again.
You know, some people set their alarm. Some people set their alarm and the alarm goes off to the sound of our voices. I mean, what a nightmare
That's what it sounds like
would
to them.
that be?
Yeah.
What a nightmare. I'd rather wake up to an air raid siren than this. I'd rather wake up to the blitz.
The one from Threads. It was filmed in Sheffield, that was.
Filmed in Sheffield, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That was the one where they dropped the bomb on Sheffield.
Yeah.
The atomic bomb.
Oof.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yes.
Ouch. I bet that hurt.
Yes, I bet it did.
Oof.
And of all the places to do it.
Can't
that just seemed a
imagine.
little
Can't
unfair.
imagine that. Can you? Can you imagine that? Ugh.
No. So they.
There you are,
so they put
minding
it
your
to
own
film.
business.
Yep.
Yeah. A split second later, you're blind,
Yep.
and a few seconds after that, you're vaporised.
Yes.
And it's not the best day, is it?
And all that's left of you, a shadow.
A shadow.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
They were, yeah. I mean,
Yes, I've seen
it's
that.
Not a very pleasant thing to be
No,
talking
it's,
about.
no, it's horrible. Shall we talk about something else instead?
Morning.
Other than mass scale death.
Morning.
Good morning.
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 How are we feeling this morning?
Hang on a minute. You ready for this?
Yes.
Gran!
It's got legs, that one.
I wonder if she's still out
It's
there.
got legs. Oh, it's the funniest.
Oh, yeah.
It was just the funniest thing. Just as she's floating away, you're just taking photographs of her.
Can you call the Coast Guard? Yes, love. Yes, love, I can, love. But not until I finish
Not until I
taking
finish
these
taking photos. I
photos.
can't do both.
Can't use my phone and camera at the
I
same time.
can't use my phone and camera, love.
Gran!
Just sit there. It looks like
For
a chair.
anybody.
Just sit there. We'll take some pictures. Take some pictures of you. No, I might get a bit cold. No, you won't. Honestly, you'll only be a matter of seconds.
It's an ice throne.
A matter
Gran.
of seconds,
You
Gran.
look like
Honestly,
a queen.
it'll be great. It's how we'll remember you.
Gonna be fantastic. For anybody with no clue as to what we're talking about, visit our podcasts
Yes.
and just listen to them.
Oh my
Subhanallah.
dear.
Some of them just don't. Some of them you just can't get out of your mind, and that is one.
That's one of them.
Gran just floating
That's
off
one
to
of
sea.
them. Cow.
Yeah.
Always springs to mind.
Hey Mercedes
Hey,
springs to
Mercedes.
mind.
Viking Land
Viking Land.
was just brilliant. Ouch.
Ouch.
Was absolutely, that's possibly the funniest thing I've ever heard. When you recount that story, and I've listened to it several times, and each time, I mean, at the time I was
Poor
in pain.
Max.
I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe. Oh my.
What appears to be the
goodness.
problem, sir?
Well, let me tell you.
I had to keep swapping hands
keep
because
swapping
my
hands.
arms were hurting.
Oh dear. Oh, all you need is a chuck key. Ah! Forgot the chuck key. I forgot the chuck key. Ah,
Do you happen to have one? No, not
Get it on the
not
bus.
on me.
get it on the bus. Can I have a 10 and a 2, please? What's the 2 for? It's for this drill. I'm going to need to lay it on the seat next to me. My arms are aching. Oh, brilliant.
Crazy. So yes, and once again, anybody who has no clue what we're talking about,
Revisit our
podcast.
Go and listen to the podcasts. They're available at iTunes. They're available
Spotify.
on Spotify.
and indeed on our YouTube channel,
Yes.
Two White Muslims.
And you can also get them to download to any podcast provider that you may choose to use.
Yes.
Just search for the Two White Muslims.
And what you get in a podcast is all our radio stuff,
Yes.
all the chatty bits that we talk about,
Yes.
without any of the nasheeds and
Without the bits in between.
and adverts and stuff.
Yes.
You know, all the stuff that gets in between and spoils the show.
Yes. Yes. Oh.
Yeah. So that's what our podcasts are.
That's it.
Just get amongst them.
Yes.
Get amongst
Do
them.
it.
But
Do
anyway,
it.
enough of that frivolity.
Yes.
Have we got things to talk about?
Do you know we've got a list?
Have we?
We've got a list. It is comprehensive. It is long and distinguished.
For any new listeners out there that don't know this, what tends to happen is that Junaid scours the news worldwide and picks out the important stories.
Yes.
The stories that matter to all of us in this dunya, in this world.
Yes.
He then reads them out. I have no idea what's coming.
Well, what he then does, he puts them in a list. We commit to going through that list and then cover none of them.
Because we get distracted.
And we digress. Just a tad.
We diverge.
But we aim.
We
aim to talk about these things.
Tangents.
Yes.
We do.
We aim to discuss these things that are of great importance to you, me, our fellow listeners, our friends, family, and the world.
The world.
Yes.
These things matter. These things are important.
Yes.
These are things that, other news channels might just set these to one side.
Yes.
And I don't know why.
Yes.
These are news items that are
crucial.
Vastly important for the future of humanity.
Yes.
Vastly important. So we won't leave them out. We will not cast them aside.
No.
We have the guts to actually talk about them.
Yes.
So that's what you've got to look forward to. So on our list today, what do we have?
Well, we're going to be discussing a fat rat.
A fat rat?
We're discussing a fat rat.
It's not Donald Trump again, is it?
It could be Tronald Dump.
Tronald Dump.
No, we're going to look at and discuss a fat rat.
Mr. Thump.
We are then going to move on, and so you think you're having a bad day?
Yep.
Get ready.
Okay.
We are going to consider a couple who are having a far worse day than we might expect.
I like these bad days. It makes my life seem simple.
Exactly.
I've got an easy life.
It makes some of our choices seem rational. And I can't believe I'm saying that. I cannot believe that I'm saying that some of the decisions we've made appear sensible. And I mean decisions about dress.
When was that?
Decisions about action.
That one day in 1994.
where we agreed on A-line flares with pockets in the knees.
When I was wearing my high-waisted Oxford bags.
When I had my burgundy stay press.
How about my two-tone shirt?
When I had my cowboy boots.
Do you remember two-tone?
I do.
Oh, it was a winner.
I do.
It was a winner. It kind of shimmered and changed its colour.
Yep.
Depending on which direction you looked at it from.
Oh, I remember having a T-shirt that actually changed colour when you got hot.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, did it go a different colour under your arms?
That's the thing.
That's disgusting.
You think, this is brilliant because you can lift it up, you can breathe into it. Put it down and that'd be a big different colour.
Really?
Yeah. Thing was, what actually happened was it would just around certain areas of your physique, which was actually not that good.
No.
We're going to discuss a few speeches.
Speeches?
We are going to discuss a few speeches. We're then going to discuss...
Who's making speeches?
I'm not going to spoil it for you.
People speaking.
So people speaking in speeches.
Yep.
We're then going to consider some national monuments.
Okay.
Some national monuments. 2 in particular.
I like monuments.
Then what we're also going to consider is coincidence.
Is there any such thing as coincidence?
That's the question. That's the question.
Does coincidence actually happen?
Yeah.
Or is it all?
What's your name? Fromage frais. What's your name? Deja vu. Oh, I'm sure I've heard that name somewhere before. We're going to discuss an amazing programme that myself, the good lady, and Channel 1 watched the other day.
Channel 1.
Yep. Absolutely brilliant. And then we've got some news. We've got some news that we're going to pass on.
News about the 2 white Muslims.
We have some news about the 2 white Muslims. We're going to pass that on.
Are the 2 white Muslims becoming more successful than
it would appear.
Before?
We've been invited to do some things which are really rather special.
Alhamdulillah. Do you know that's a list? That is a list to look forward to.
It is. So we're going to do all of those after this.
Whoa.
Well, we're going to endeavour to do all of those.
We're going to endeavour to start those.
Yes.
If we get round to any of them.
If we get round to it, we'll see.
After this, inshallah.
We'll see.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi
wa barakatuh.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. We've got a list to go through.
We have.
And
we're whittling it off.
I think we're in danger of actually doing some of this list.
Yes.
And getting through it.
Yes.
Yeah, getting through it. Which is not like us.
No, it's not.
We normally just go off on one.
It flies in the
different.
face of our normal approach.
And do you know what I was thinking today?
What were we thinking today?
How amazing it is being Muslim.
Oh, it is.
There are so many things that happen around you, and so many things that happen where you just think to yourself, that can't be a coincidence.
Absolutely. No such thing anymore.
No, that
Did you
can't.
used to believe in coincidence?
Oh, of course I did.
I used to believe in coincidence.
Yeah.
I used to say, oh, what a coincidence.
What a coincidence. Oh, do you know what? You'd never believe what's just happened.
Yep.
What a coincidence.
What a coincidence.
And you used to think in that way.
Yes.
Even though you had belief, you still used to think in that way.
Yes.
And it's almost like your life was detached from your belief.
Yes.
In that way.
That's a great way of putting it.
Yeah, I thought so too, because I've just thought of it. So, of course it's a great way of putting it. I thought of it. No, but you lived your life in detachment from your faith. And you only attached your faith to your life on a Sunday morning.
Yes.
When you went to church.
Absolutely.
And that was your God hour. That was what you did.
Yep.
Then you came away and just lived your life again.
Yes.
Yeah. So you believed in coincidence. You believed in karma.
Yeah.
Yeah. You believed in all these things. Fate. Yeah. You believed in all of these things. But since becoming Muslim, and since understanding that life and faith are as one.
Yes.
Yeah. So everything you do in life is attached to your faith.
Yes.
And your faith is in fact attached to everything that happens in your life.
Yes.
Yeah. When you realise that, you just think, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because you think of your life as being a series of really intricate and intermingled, all sorts of stuff going on at all times.
Yes.
And you think that's really complicated. But do you know there's 7 billion people on this planet?
That's 1 in 7 billion.
Allah
It is incredible.
knows everything about everybody
Yes.
at all times, every second of every day.
Yes.
I mean, how big is that?
But the thing is, coming back to this coincidence as well, by saying, oh, what a coincidence, it's almost like you're denigrating Allah's part in that. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? So there's an awful lot of people around the world who have been bred to believe in coincidence for that very reason, I think.
That's right. Yep.
So, it can't possibly be part of a grand plan.
Yep. When in fact, it actually is. It actually is.
Excuse me. Wow.
I think you could be coming down with
Excuse me.
something.
I think I might just be.
I need to sit in a different room.
You do? This is soundproofed, and therefore all the germs are staying in here.
Thanks.
Oh dear. It's not like me, to be honest.
You're a caring, sharing friend, aren't you?
Snifflid.
You don't even share the bugs.
Oh dear. So yes, this coincidence thing. But it's amazing how I did used to believe in coincidence.
Yep.
It's extraordinary, and no longer. Now you just think, oh, that's amazing. Is what that is.
Amazing how that happens.
Wow. I just met so and so, and they've introduced me to so and so, and that's what I needed.
Exactly. And how many times do we say that now?
Yeah.
In terms of the things that we want to do, the business areas that we want to explore, and the things that we do on a day-by-day basis.
Yes.
You just think, this is incredible. How did I meet that person at this time?
Yes.
How did that possibly happen? And how did that person introduce me to this, and this people?
Yes.
Because that person in particular has just given me everything that I needed to rethink this, and and it's all connected.
It's incredible.
Everything's connected.
Absolutely incredible.
And it's almost like Allah knows what we're doing.
I know. It is amazing though. I remember, because I used to call it, I used to listen to the books. I used to read the books, and by that I mean all these, self-help, business strategy, motivational, whatever you call it, your Zig Ziglars and your Tony Robbins and all these kind of things. And they were brilliant. And they helped me kind of change my mindset decades ago, probably 20 years ago.
You did yourself a bit of CBT.
I did myself a bit of CBT, basically, cognitive behavioural therapy. Absolutely right. And one of the things that stood
You became
out,
Mr. Positive.
Yeah.
And Mr. Cliche at the same time.
Captain Cliche, Mr. Positive, and Captain Cliche. Absolutely, live my life by cliches. But it was true, and it worked. And one of the things that was said, which makes you think, and it was that everything you need in order to be successful in life already exists.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
And that's quite a mindset shift. That
It
is
is.
quite a. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, so what it's saying is, no, you don't have to wait for this or wait for everything that you need already exists.
Yeah.
So if you think, the person that invented the motor car, there was already the oil required to make the rubber
Yep.
for the tyres, and there was already the alloys and the ores required to make the steel for the thing.
Yeah.
And it's just in putting all these natural products together.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. I mean, they said that about the Beatles, didn't they? Oh, they only knew 3 chords. Yeah, but look at what they did
Yeah,
with them.
look what they did. Absolutely.
Wow.
Look at how
It's
they used
how
them.
you then put them together.
How did
well,
they use them?
I mean, it's just music. Yes, but look at what they did. Oh, how did they make it so different? Because it is. It's how, but it already existed. Those notes already existed.
That is because of the genius
Yes.
that they were.
Yes, absolutely.
And some of them still are.
Yes.
So, okay, so also, there are so many people that have great ideas, but then manage to talk themselves out of it.
we spend more time talking ourselves out of rather than into success.
Why do we do that?
I don't know. I mean,
Because
some
we
people
fear the failure.
Yeah, it's a defence mechanism. Oh, but what if I fail? What if you fail?
Yeah.
You get up and you start again. Well, I mean, I could apply for another job, but what if I don't get it? Apply for another one.
Find
you don't
out.
lose your job by applying for another one.
That's right.
You just keep applying. Oh well, I might send out 2 CVs and not get anything back. Then send out 4. Now send out 8.
Yeah.
Now send out another 10.
Yeah.
There's always things that we can do. But why do we? Why do we? Because there's so many people who find themselves maintaining a status quo that is not what they want.
Yeah. And that's why you get the Monday morning misery.
Yes, yeah. Who somehow
PMs.
managed to keep that till about Friday morning.
But, Friday tea time.
Well, yeah,
To be
yeah.
fair. Friday lunchtime at least.
Yeah, and then they spend half a Sunday saying, "Oh, I'm back to work
It's
tomorrow."
that Sunday night blues. It's the Sunday curtains
Yep,
blues when you're drawing the curtains on
Yep.
that Sunday night and you just get that awful sinking
and
feeling.
it is horrible. It is.
It is.
But I don't
when
get it
you're in
anymore.
that position, I don't get that.
Don't get it. I haven't had that for years now.
Nope, don't get that at all. Because I
Extraordinary.
know that whatever I've got to do, Monday to Friday,
Yep.
and in fact, Saturday and
Well,
Sunday as well,
And Saturday and Sunday now.
Yeah.
It's 7 days a week.
I now
But it's-
know that I'm doing this as part of a plan.
Yes, it's all through choice. And that makes a big difference as well. When
Yep.
you feel like you're the one making the choice. Now, it's not through choice. If you think about it, if you want to get down to brass tacks and argue, say, well, no, you've got to do it because, you want to be successful in your religion and you want to be successful. So you've got to. Yes, but
Yeah.
I'm still choosing to do it.
Yeah.
It is my choice because anything you do out of a sense of obligation is hard work.
Yes.
The stuff that you choose to do is easy.
Easy.
Getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning can sometimes be a challenge, unless you're getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go get on
pray.
or to get on a plane and fly to Barbados.
Yeah,
Do you know
you'll
what
get
I
up
mean?
for that, won't you?
It suddenly
Get
gets
up
a
for
little
that.
bit easier. In other words, the stuff that we choose to do is easier than the stuff that we feel that we're doing out of a sense of obligation.
Yep.
So yes, everything that you need in life already exists. So why do people talk themselves into failure?
Because they fear the consequences of it going wrong. And a lot of people think, well, what will so-and-so think
Yeah.
if this goes wrong?
Yeah.
What will my wife say
Yeah.
if I fail?
I also think there's some people out there that fear the consequences of it going right.
Actually, yeah.
Well, what if this was successful? I might have to leave my job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And I might have to do such. Yes.
Yep. That's the point.
And I might have to move out of this house. Yes.
Correct.
And I might have to move to another city.
Yes.
But all of those things are scary. Oh, I'll just stay doing what I'm doing then.
All right. I'll tell you what. For fear of that, I'll just plod on.
Yeah.
I'll plod
Isn't that
on.
incredible?
A lifetime of plodding on. Can
Isn't
you imagine?
that incredible?
And I get why some people continue to plod on
That's
all
fine.
their lives.
Yep.
And that's in a way we need the plodders.
Yes.
Because if everybody progressed to exactly where they wanted to be, there would be nobody doing the stuff that a lot of
Yes.
people need them to be doing.
Yes.
There has always got to be people to do the work that needs to be done.
But you can still be happy whilst you're doing that.
Yes, you can.
Find some place that suits you.
Yes.
Even if all you're doing is what other people might not want to do.
Yes.
You want to do it.
Yes.
So do it somewhere where you feel special doing it.
Yes.
Whatever that might be.
Yes.
If you're a teacher and other people might not want to be a teacher,
Nope.
if you're a teacher and you're not happy, well, continue being a teacher, but find a school where you're happy.
Find a place which makes you happy.
Find an age of children that makes you happy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just find some way of making what you do of pleasure so that you feel like you're contributing to the world. You're contributing to the world just by being in it. That contribution may as well be positive.
My daughter trains as a teacher,
Yes, that's right.
and she decided very, very early on, she said, I want to teach A-level English.
Right.
Why did she choose that?
Because of the age of students that she was going to be teaching?
Maturity of student, and the fact that when you're teaching A-level, your students have chosen that.
Yes.
They have chosen that.
Yeah,
they
that's
want
a good point.
to
That's
do
a
this.
good point. And that
So
makes
they're here
that makes a
wanting to
difference.
do this, and that makes
Yeah.
a massive difference to
Yep.
their mindset, and therefore makes a massive difference to yours.
Yeah, I
in
mean,
that
30
you're
kids in a
teaching them.
room, of which 2/3 don't want to be there,
Nightmare.
compared to 20 kids in a room, of which all of them want to be there.
Positive.
Yeah, it's a
Brilliant.
big difference.
Yep.
Big
So
difference.
put yourself into a position where you're in a position where you are enjoying what you do,
Yes.
and that could even be in the same line of work,
Yes.
just in a different place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Try, and even if you can't do that, when you're not at work, try and socialise with people that put you into a positive frame of mind.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You are a
Don't
product of the
go.
people you hang around with.
Don't go and have screaming pity parties.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's no good for anybody.
Yep.
It's not good for you, nor is it good for the people that you're pitying.
Yeah.
Or
And
that's
it's also not
asking
good for
your
anybody that you subsequently meet.
No.
Because if you're on a downer, you pass it on.
Yeah, exactly. So try and interact with positive people.
Yep.
Yeah, try and interact with faith-loving people.
Yep.
People of the same faith.
Yep.
Who enjoy their religion.
Yes.
Try and associate with those kinds of people, and just get rid of some of the negatives out of your life.
We go, oh, but my friend's quite negative. Get new friends.
Get new friends.
new
In
friends.
fact, if your friends are negative, they're not friends.
Yes. Yeah, that's very true.
Not.
That's very true. And by the way, as I once heard, if you go out and you meet a freak, meet an idiot,
Like I did in that mosque that night.
yes,
And
then-
you're still here.
then, well, yeah, absolutely. then you meet a freak, you meet an idiot.
Yeah.
If you go out and all you meet are freaks and idiots, you're the freak
You're
and
the
idiot.
freaking idiot. Yeah.
So then, turn the mirror on yourself.
Change yourself.
Change.
Do
Change.
some CBT
Change.
on yourself.
If it's good enough for Ebenezer, it's good enough for you.
Fantastic. Anyway, have we put the world to rights?
I think we have. Yes. I think we are now contractually obliged to do a bit of this.
We are actually. Assalamu alaikum
Wa rahmatullahi.
wa barakatuh.
How's your day going?
Alhamdulillah. Do you know what?
Go on.
I'm having a great day.
Same here.
But there are some days that are not so great.
Yep.
Or rather, there are
It's
some days that are
tempting to
greater
believe.
than others.
Yes.
Yeah. So some days leave you feeling a little bit deflated.
Just a
if I'm
bit
honest, sometimes.
deflated, a little bit down.
Yeah, because things don't quite go the way that you planned.
Yes.
Or
You drop
Think-
the toast jam side
jam side down.
Your tea, you've not. Janae didn't leave the bag in it long enough, which for you is leave the bag in it.
Leave the bag in it.
Your milk's gone off.
Oh,
You know, these little things.
Catastrophic.
You've run out of donuts.
you don't realise that your milk's gone off until you've poured it all over your crunchy nut cornflakes.
Yeah.
And that is a catastrophic event.
And it was the last bowl of country nut cream. So
That's
you
a
can't. You can't. It's not like you can get another one.
You can't rescue them.
Yeah.
Once they've been tainted with that sour stuff, you can't rescue them.
Absolutely.
So
Got to scrape it off.
that can be the start of a bad day.
A bad day.
Yeah.
A bad day.
Starts off bad and goes downhill.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
when the
But, you
neighbours
know-
wake you up when their car alarm goes off in the middle of the night.
It's usually the house alarm.
Or the
when-
house
when they're
alarm
on
goes
holiday.
off. Yeah, or when they're getting robbed.
When they've gone away for 2 weeks
Yeah.
and they're getting robbed.
Yes.
I'm sat there thinking, when are they due back?
Yeah.
I don't know.
One of your radiators bursts.
Oh.
You snap your key off in the
And
lock.
why are radiators full of sludge?
Yeah. The battery on your car's dead.
Oh,
All of these little things. All of these... not the biggies. Not the big... We're not talking about the biggies. If the biggies are happening and they're happening in your lives, you have our undying
Deepest
love and affection.
sympathies, you really
and,
do.
You know, I hope Allah
and I'll
can
do
keep you
ours
steadfast.
as well, inshallah.
But for the little things.
Yeah.
The little things that make you think you might be having a bad day.
Well, have you got news for us?
We are here to tell you it could always be
It
worse.
could be worse.
You think you're having a bad day?
You could be having a day like this.
Get
What is
ready.
it, Junaid? What is it? You know, as usual, listeners, all four of you, and the dog and two sisters.
Yes.
I've got to just remind you that I don't know anything about what Sinead's about to say.
No.
I never do. He comes with this list. He comes with his list of topics to talk about.
Yes.
And I know nothing about them until literally we are live on air.
Yep.
So I
that
have
would
to
be
be
now.
I have to be quite careful sometimes with my response and the things that I say, because on air, it's really not a good idea to swear.
No. No.
It's really a good idea to kind of sieve your thoughts quite carefully.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now,
Apply your filters.
absolutely. Have you ever been on holiday?
I've been on many holidays.
Yes. Have you
I love
holidayed in this great British Isle of ours?
I have indeed.
Have you been abroad?
I have indeed.
When you go abroad, what do you tend to go on?
A plane.
A plane. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Me too.
Good.
Do you know one thing I've never done
Go on.
is a cruise?
I've never done a
But
cruise.
many people do.
My missus wants to do a
Yeah,
cruise.
many people do. Now, I thought a cruise, you got on the ship and you stayed on it.
No.
No. What happens with a cruise?
It parks up
It
in
parks
certain
up.
places and lets
It
you off for the day.
Docks.
It docks.
And when it docks, guess what you can do?
Go off and enjoy the country where it's docked.
Go off and enjoy the country where it's docked. Have a little look around. Sometimes you can, within your thing, you can pay and you can actually have a specialised tour of whatever area you're going. Or when you get there, you can find a specialised tour.
Yeah.
Brilliant. No matter what. Or you just go shopping.
Yeah.
Or you have a little look around, get some photographs.
Yeah.
Do a few selfies.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Soak in the atmosphere.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes.
When you do that,
And
what should you always remember?
Well, first of all,
Yes.
you have to remember that you need to get back on the boat before it sets off again.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what
and
you
then
need
secondly,
to do. Yes.
you need to remember that you're in a foreign land.
Well, yes, there is that.
And you need to keep your wits about and you keep sharp
All
and
the other
et cetera, et
stuff.
cetera.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah,
And then
blah.
we come to the headline, which says, "You cruise, you lose." Clueless couple stranded when Royal Caribbean cruise ship, this is not a little one,
Set off without them.
leaves without them
Oh, man.
after they turn up 45 minutes late.
A full
Who's at
45
fault
minutes.
here? 45, not 5 minutes, 45 minutes late. So if the cruise ship has said, you need to be back by 3,
Yeah.
we're leaving at 3:45,
Yeah.
be back by 3.
Yep. Don't be back at 4:30,
Oh.
which is clearly what happened here.
Yep, the cruise ship.
So
heading-
they were, in fact, 1.5 hours late.
yeah,
probably.
in effect,
Yes.
yeah. Certainly an hour late.
Yes.
Because they should have been there 50 minutes early.
Yeah,
so you know,
yeah.
yes. The cruise ship, heading to Miami, Florida, left an unfortunate couple behind on the dock in Nassau, Bahamas.
It's not the worst place to
It's
get
not
stuck,
the worst
is it?
place to get stuck, but if you suddenly think, oh, what if you spent all your money, you've
Yeah.
got no change of clothes,
Yeah.
your passports
Yeah.
are on the ship,
On the ship, yeah.
it suddenly starts getting a little bit scary.
Absolutely.
I would imagine. This is the moment. They've got video footage. They've got video footage. They've got video footage.
Oh!
This is the moment a cruise ship left an unfortunate couple behind on the dock after they arrived 45 minutes late to board. It was caught on video as the Royal Caribbean cruise ship Symphony of the Seas was leaving Nassau, Bahamas. It was the ship's last port before returning to Miami, and it was a 6th day of a 7-day cruise. The video was filmed from the deck of the nearby Norwegian Bliss, and the call came at 3:30 local time. Workers began removing the gangway and closing the door, with the ship leaving at 4:15. Okay. The hapless couple showed up a full 5 minutes later, but they walk, it says, with shopping bags from their excursion. So they walk up with a shopping bag in each hand onto the dock, and it's almost like a cartoon double take as they walk up. You can see photographs here. You see photographs of them walking up, a bag in each hand, and they literally go,
Where's my boat?
"Where's my boat? I'm sure we parked in here, love. Did we park in here?" What? Frantically waving, the couple tried to get the attention of people on the dock and on the ship. What are they going to do? Come back? Oh,
Put
we'll
the
just
ship-
come back.
I tell you what, we'll put a
Put it
cruise
in
liner into reverse.
Exactly. Oh.
Redock.
But the thing is, other passengers on the cruise ship can be seen looking at the couple from their balconies as the propellers start to churn in the water. Oh, I'd have given them a wave, wouldn't you?
Oh, my goodness me.
Oh.
My goodness me.
Oh.
Right, so...
But then,
I mean,
can I just finish very
Go on,
quickly?
go on then.
Because it then finishes with Sun Online Travel explained what you should do if you miss your cruise ship. So then they said, like, the top 10 things you should do when you miss your cruise ship. No, just don't miss your cruise
the
ship.
top 10 things to do is... Number one, don't miss your
cruise
ship.
ship.
Number two, don't miss your
cruise
ship. Number three, don't
take a
miss your
watch.
ship.
Number 4, have an alarm on your phone. Number 5, don't get off the ship.
Work by standard time,
Yes.
not Muslim time.
Oh.
I mean, were these people Muslim?
I don't know. I can only assume.
I can only assume that yes, they were.
Yes,
And,
yeah.
and which,
I don't know,
which
but I
nation
can
were they
only assume.
likely from?
Oh, would it be the
Which
Indian subcontinent?
subcontinent?
Yes, beginning with P.
Yeah.
Oh,
And ending with Pakistan.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. So one-way flights from Nassau to Miami are about £130 per person. So yeah, it's another 260 quid on top of your holiday. But how would you know where to go? What if you've not? What if you spent all your cash?
Yeah.
Do you need a passport to get from the Bahamas back into Miami?
I guess you do.
Do you know what I mean?
I guess you do.
Oh.
Dear me.
Oh.
That's just it's atrocious.
So it tickled me, that one. You think you're having a bad day?
Oh,
you
man.
think, honestly, you think you're having a bad day?
Man.
Nope. No.
Man, I mean, we've talked about this long and hard repeatedly in the past. It is a bugbear of both of us, but what are you never?
Oh, we're never late.
Late.
Never.
We are
never late. Never late. We are punctual to the extreme.
Other than
when we go somewhere with our significant others.
when we go with our wives. In that case, we are
Always late.
late.
But they would say, no, we're only an hour late, which means that we're 15 minutes early. And I can't get my head around that.
In their thinking, yeah.
Can I not get my head around that?
It doesn't work for me either.
Oh
Doesn't
my
work for me.
goodness.
Mr.
Oh,
Punctual,
my
me.
goodness.
Mr.
Yep,
Punctual.
same here. Well, we were
Mr.
raised
10 minutes
like
early.
that. Yes, we were raised
Park
like
round
that.
the corner and wait.
Yeah, if you're there on time, you're 10 minutes late.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Craziness.
Oh.
So these people, and whose time is most important?
Oh,
Is it the other 1,000 people on the ship?
who are supposed to wait.
Yeah. Or is it you?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Lunacy.
Making everybody wait.
Lunacy.
Crazy.
So-
Yeah, these people, do you know what?
What?
They deserve the
Yeah,
pain and the anguish.
They did. And that's the thing.
that they had to
should
go
the ship
through.
Captain.
Well done, Captain, for just
Very good.
setting off on time.
You said you've got a 45-minute window.
Yep.
We will be setting off at 4:15. Time is
Yep.
it? 4:15.
Off we go.
Off we go.
Yeah.
But you've left 2 people on the dock. No, I haven't. I haven't left anybody. They
No.
elected not
They
to join us.
didn't board the ship.
I'm not leaving anybody behind. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
Subhanallah.
Life's a series of choices.
So I wouldn't mind actually reading that list of do's and don'ts if you miss your boat.
Oh,
that wouldn't be
dear.
a bad list to have.
Yeah.
But I tell you what,
It's for another
I
time.
pretty much know that Allah willing, I will never be in that position.
Absolutely.
Because I will never allow myself to be in that position.
No,
Subhanallah.
it's just beyond comprehension.
Yeah, so probably what happened was that one of the parties there, given that they had loads of shopping bags,
Yeah.
they couldn't decide.
Well, it could be, and also what it's the
Or
last.
maybe
it was
they
the
were-
last stop.
Maybe they were haggling.
It's the last stop, and what they'd have said is, I've noticed that when they say 3:30,
Yeah.
they actually don't set off for another 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It's our last stop. We're in the Bahamas. Do you know
Yeah.
what? If they say 3:30, let's turn up at quarter
Turn
past
up
4.
at quarter
So they
past
aimed
4.
for 4:15, and we're 5 minutes
5
late.
minutes late.
What they would actually was 50 minutes late.
Yes.
But they were like, oh, we're only 5 minutes late. No, you're not. You're supposed
Yep.
to get back at home. Oh, no, but then we just sit around doing nothing.
But you know, when and I'm very, very sure, I mean, I'll probably get shouted down for this. I'm very,
shall
very
see.
sure that it was the missus of the partnership
No doubt.
that had all the bags of shopping.
I've no
Because
doubt.
that's what their job is. That's what
They
do.
carry the shopping bags, we
That's
carry the
what they do.
wallet.
Yeah, absolutely.
what happens.
It is. Yeah, I am the
It's a long
patient.
drive home on flat tyres.
She calls me Wallet. Come on, Wallet. Come on, Wallet.
What
Make
did
yourself,
she call child number
make
2?
yourself
Gromit.
useful.
Wallet and Gromit.
Wallet
Come
and
on.
Gromit. Make yourself useful, shall I say. Yeah, get your wallet out, come on.
Oh, dear.
And but I can be quite sure that it would have been one of the partners in that couple
Yes.
that said, does this make me look big?
And
when she was trying on that last
and they
item.
said, no, it's the winter speck, or whatever it was.
Are you a whale? Because you appear to have put on some blubber.
Some blubber.
Oh,
Some winter
dear.
speck. It's your insulation, my love.
You're in great shape, love, for a walrus.
Yes,
You're in great
You're in
shape.
great physical shape. You are 72, aren't you?
You've never looked better, love.
Yeah. You look your age. You are 84, aren't you?
Oh, our wives. My wife looks at me and says, will you act your age, not your shoe size? She's got a point.
You want
She's got
anybody
a point,
acting your
hasn't
age,
she?
though.
No.
No, that's lunacy.
No. What were the point?
Who would want to do that?
So, a couple stranded in Nassau in the Bahamas
Yes.
because they were late for their ship
Yes.
departing.
Yes.
Subhanallah.
Final day of a cruise.
That is just-
What a nightmare. Why would you do
No
that?
hope for some people.
There's also no excuse.
No.
Ah.
Oh, do you know, it's making me hungry and thirsty. Shall we bob off and do a bit
I think
of
we
this?
should. I think we should.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
We're here again.
Alhamdulillah.
We're here again.
When are we ever not
When are we
here?
ever not here? You'll be dreaming about us. We'll be there in your worst nightmares. Oh, dear.
Can't they just get lost one day?
I think they might.
Can't
Do
they
you know
just
what?
get stuck on the motorway one day, please?
Talking about your worst nightmares,
Yeah?
this might be for some people.
Okay.
Not for me, if I'm honest.
Right.
But it may be for the people.
Let's talk about this.
What do you never know? What are you never more than 5 feet away from in this great British Isle of ours?
A rat.
A rat.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Especially in the office.
Yes, certainly.
I once heard
Certainly.
somebody say the rat race is for rats.
Yeah, it's true.
And they're welcome to it.
Yes, they can have it. They can keep it.
The rat race is for rats.
Oh, have you seen the fat rat that was in the news a short while ago?
No.
Wow. Fat rat stuck in manhole.
No.
Yes.
How did it...
That is a fat rat.
That's massive.
Fat rat stuck in manhole. Rescued by firefighters in Germany.
Why did they rescue it?
Because they're lovely like that. It is still one of God's creatures.
It is, yeah.
But it was overweight. The overweight rodent found itself in trouble after it tries to squeeze through a small gap in a sewer cover. Unfortunately, the small gap was just a little bit smaller than the fat rat. Rat was
how fat was this rat then?
enormous. And it actually says a multi-agency rescue operation has taken place in the town of Bensheim in Germany after a tubby rodent became stuck in a manhole cover.
I hope they didn't say that to the poor thing.
I know, they're fat shaming it.
Oh, it's terrible.
They're fat shaming it. You can't do that to a rat.
It's going to be there, stuck in its hole.
Yes.
Thinking, how dare you? How dare you?
Yep.
I've never been so insulted in all my life.
Well,
How very dare you?
I wanted to go into this for several reasons. Number
Okay.
one, some people hate rats.
Yeah.
I don't.
They're
They're quite cute.
They are
And I think it's because
incredibly intelligent creatures.
they
as well.
are. They
Yeah.
are very intelligent.
Yep. They can learn things really quickly.
Yes. And when they learn it, they don't forget it.
Absolutely.
I'm sure we've discussed this before. Do you know, if a rat eats something
Yep.
that is basically poison,
Yep.
you might say, but obviously not deathly poison, because it wouldn't be eating anything ever again.
That's right.
But if it eats something that makes it feel incredibly ill or is bad for it,
Yep.
it will never, ever, ever eat the same thing again, ever in its life.
I know.
It will know by the
that's-
smell,
Yep.
and it will never eat it
Yep.
again.
We have talked about that.
We have talked about this.
before.
That's weird.
So I found that fascinating.
Yes.
Fascinating. If only humans did the same.
I know.
Yeah.
If we found the stuff that's not good for us and didn't eat it, but then there'd be a lot of things that...
Do you know when we did talk about this?
Go on.
When we talked about the 5-day-old spaghetti.
Ah, that was it. Yes, that was it. Oof. Oh, dear. Who does that? Who does that? Who leaves it out and then who eats it?
Somebody with a death wish.
But the rat,
Yep.
still plump with winter speck,
Uh-huh.
which translates literally as, well, it's winter bacon. I know we don't like the bacon. Well, no, we can have bacon. We can have turkey bacon, can't we? So let's not take bacon to be...
What the word bacon means, it's a cut, of meat. It is a slice of meat. So I got into a bit of a tiz in Saudi because in the hotel that we were in Saudi, in Mecca, they served beef bacon.
Right.
Now, my wife wouldn't touch it.
Wouldn't touch it, no.
Nope. And I was saying, love, just look out that window. What can you see?
Yeah.
That's haram. Yes, it is. So where are we? We're in Mecca.
Yeah.
And if we walk across that marble space, and a few hundred yards in that direction, what do we see?
Yeah.
The Kaaba. And if we go to the top floor of this hotel and look out, what do we see? The Kaaba.
Yeah.
So do you think they'd be serving anything in this hotel which was haram? No. Well, there it is then. Beef bacon. Would you like some? No.
It's got bacon in the
You
thing.
can't win. It's called bacon, therefore I can't have it. Yes, you can.
I mean, but let's be
Crazy.
But she won't even drive through Hampstead, will she?
Any little
She
hamlet.
can't watch West Ham.
Any hamlet, yeah.
Yeah, any Hamlet.
She'll never smoke Hamlet cigars.
Yeah. Probably a good thing.
Probably best for her.
Oh, so the rat, still plump with winter speck, which
speck.
translates literally as winter bacon and refers to the extra pounds piled on during the cold months.
Ah, of course, because they have to insulate themselves.
Yes. So the next time your good lady says, how do I look? You can say, oh, I think the winter speck looks lovely.
You've got that winter speck.
You've got that
going, love.
winter speck, love. And she can go,
that
thanks very much.
You've got that beautiful
But inside,
winter speck look.
You all know, I've referred to other people as Dolph Truckles a few times. So, yes, the winter speck, which I shall remember and utilise going forward. So it became stuck after it tried to squeeze through a small gap in the sewer cover. Look at this. Hang on, let me show you look at the size of that thing.
Oh my goodness, that's massive.
It is immense. The winter speck was sizable, shall we say. The Orbach Volunteer Fire Brigade was called in, as was the Rhine-Neckar Animal Rescue Team, and together a team of about 8 rescuers were able to raise the cover and pull the rat free. Oh, come on.
I'm a little bit concerned. You know these horror films where things live in sewers,
yes,
and they just become gigantic, and
yes,
then menace society
yes,
by
gators.
Yeah, alligators.
Yeah.
What was that other thing? What was that film?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. Where do rats live?
Well, anywhere that's 5 feet away from a human. But you tend to think sewers.
Sewers.
You tend to think
that,
sewers. Yes.
And what's one of the biggest problems that we have in our sewer system countrywide at the moment?
I don't know if you're going to refer to this, but is it fatbergs?
Fatbergs.
Oh, right, okay, yes.
And what are fatbergs?
Disgusting.
They're vile.
They're vile.
They just make you want to vomit.
It's like a big fat sausage. A sausage made of fat.
They call it.
Gag.
It's like an iceberg, but it is not ice.
It's made of.
It is
sewage.
No, it's solid fat.
Yeah. Well, it's principally
solid fat.
It's principally nappies, fat, and what do you call those tissues? Wet wipes.
Wet wipes.
Wet wipes.
No.
Because people are flushing wet wipes.
No, it's worse than that. It's worse than that.
They're the worst things for not breaking up.
People throw things down the sink.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll do a load of frying.
Yeah.
Then the fat, they'll pour some hot water down, and all the fat dribbles down the fit and ends up in the drain.
Yes.
If it's hot water, that's fine.
Right.
But sewers don't have hot water.
No.
So then it congeals and solidifies again.
Yes.
And then it gets things stuck within it, such as nappies and wipes
and wet wipes.
And all sorts of horrible other things.
Yep.
And these things are made of fat and they float. Yeah. And they grow to massive sizes. Massive.
The one recently was 250 feet long.
Yes.
The one that they found in... The only reason I know that is because, they have to give a really weird thing about how long something is.
Yeah.
They said that it would take Usain Bolt 25 seconds to run its full length.
Subhanallah.
That's long.
That's massive.
That is huge.
And that's a fatberg.
Yes.
So,
and they have to send people in to break them up. And they said that was going to take over 3 months.
I know that if you throw bread out for the birds,
yep,
what eats half of it?
Are you going to say rats?
Yep.
Really?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, half of it gets eaten by rats and
Yes.
squirrels and other rodents.
Wow.
Yeah. The other half gets pecked off by birds, which is fine.
Yes.
Yeah. But
The intended recipient.
if you throw out, what do they make it? They use the fish and chip shop waste fat, don't they? And they press it in they press seeds into it,
Right.
make it into balls, and they're called fat balls.
Oh.
And they make them for bird feed.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what they make.
Brilliant.
And they're very popular. If you go down to Wilko's, other shops are available, just
Yes.
nowhere near as good as
Not quite
Wilko's.
as good.
If you go down to Wilko's, to their bird feeding section, you will find fat balls in a bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they put them in a little net, and you hang up the little net bag with a fat ball in it, and birds come and peck away.
Right.
That is the favourite food of rats also.
Okay.
Yeah, because fat gives them energy. It's like you have to eat fat
Yes.
to get energy.
Yeah.
You have to do.
Yep.
And if you don't eat fat, then your body will eat itself to
Yes.
get the fat that it
Yes.
needs for the energy. So, rats love this stuff. So I'm sat there thinking, if there is a 250-foot long fatberg in the
Yes.
sewers where
Yep.
rats live, I'm not surprising rats are getting fat.
Oh,
I'm not
yes.
surprised that that's the case.
Yep.
And maybe they just do that to see them through winter.
Yeah.
But when there's an abundance of food
Yes.
and nothing to stop you from eating it, what do?
Well, the winter speck will be
You get
colossal.
fat.
Yes.
You get fat like this poor rat did.
Yep.
And not so good for the rat, to be fair. Mm-hmm. And under other circumstances, the rat might have just been run over or just killed in some other
Yes.
grotesque way. But how much would that have cost, that rescue mission?
Oh,
Multi-agency rescue mission
Eight people.
to free a rat
Fat rat.
from a hole.
Yes.
There's lessons to be learnt here,
There's
isn't
lessons to
there?
be learned.
Lessons to be learnt.
Less of the winter speck, my love.
Yeah. But there's lessons to be learnt by us in what we throw away.
Oh, absolutely.
And how we choose to dispose of it.
Yep.
Yeah, and if we're throwing fat down the sink and swilling it away with hot water
Yep.
and soap, that's all very well.
Yes.
Until it gets into the sewers.
Yes.
And then it creates a massive problem.
Yep.
So, be careful out there, guys.
Yep.
Be careful.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. All that talk
All
of
that said,
fatbergs has
yes.
made me feel decidedly not hungry.
Yes. Yes.
I don't want that fat jam donut.
Yep.
I don't want my usual pot noodle.
No.
I'm just
Would you
going
like
to
a glass of water?
have a cup of tea. Cup of tea. Cup of tea, inshallah.
Let's do that then.
Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh. You know what worries me?
Go on.
When you say something's just come to mind.
Something just sprang to mind. It did. Something just sprang to mind. I thought, oh no, it's good. This we've got to talk about this on many levels.
But surely it makes a lot of sense to talk about it beforehand.
Well, yeah, we don't do that though, do we?
No, we don't. No.
I introduce topics, and you have that reticent look on your face. Then you have that look of horror.
That look of horror. That
then you
look
have
of
that,
sheer
is
fear.
this broadcastable? And then, luckily, you start laughing. I get you all relaxed, and then I get you to say anything I want.
Yeah, it's true. It's
basically what
absolutely true.
But this one
Absolutely
is
true.
about a programme that myself, the good lady, and child number one watched last night.
Okay.
And first of all, it was recommended by your child number one.
You sent me a WhatsApp about
I
that.
did. It was just so lovely. She was chatting
Alhamdulillah.
to the good lady.
Yep.
And she just said, "Oh, because the thing that reminded me, you chatting about your daughter and how she studied English and trained to be a teacher. Mm-hmm. We can tell she trained to be an English teacher because she loves vocabulary.
Yes.
And people articulating themselves, and she just loves words.
Yes, she does.
She said to my good lady, "Oh, you must watch this program. It's brilliant. The kids will love it, and it'll help them at school. It'll help them, become more verbose.
Yeah.
You've got to. It's amazing. It's brilliant." The good lady said, "Oh, we'll put this program on. It's been recommended by Yusuf's daughter." Click. It was an absolute joy.
What was it?
It was called Travelling Blind.
Okay.
And it is about a blind chap who goes travelling.
Okay.
And he said he just wants to experience everything that he possibly can.
Wow.
And with the absence of sight, he has certain things that hold him back. But generally speaking, he just gets help. And then he goes out and he just wants to experience everything. He wants to talk to everybody and experience it.
Yeah.
And it is incredible. Yeah. Absolutely incredible. And so the series is now, what he used to do was he just used to travel, and he would put, it transpires, you find out, he would put an advert in the local, wherever he was, he'd say, oh, go to Spain. Yep. And he'd put an advert in the Spanish paper or on the equivalent of Craigslist or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
For a seeing eye tour guide.
Wow.
And he'd just say, I'm going to such and such tomorrow. Would somebody like to join me? I need a seeing eye tour guide. I would like you to be my eyes. Click.
Yeah.
And then people just turned up.
Wow.
And he would go, and they would talk him around, and they would help him around, and he would just experience these different things. And it just was a beautiful program. So the reason it's now on TV is he's getting famous people to be his eyes.
Fantastic.
So last night it was a lady called, or the one that we watched last night was a lady called Sarah Pascoe, and she's a comedian.
Okay.
She come from London. She's London girl. And as a comedian, you'd expect her to be really outgoing and she's very articulate, great vocabulary. But actually, when she arrives in a city,
quite introverted.
Yeah, she'd rather just go into the hotel and stay there until she needs to go somewhere.
Yep.
And this guy, this chap without sight, he's totally the opposite. I don't want to be in a hotel room. Hotel room that's like deafness as well as blindness to me. There's nothing, there's no noise, there's nothing. I want to be out. And so the combination of the two, it was surreal. It was absolutely weird because you would expect her to be having to be the driving force and taking him places, and he would just race off, completely blind, and he would just race off, go, I can smell something, what's over here, and it'd go, and it'd be, they went through a bazaar with thousands of stalls in it.
Wow.
And he was going up to spices, and he's digging his hands in the spices, and he's putting it up to his face, and she's going, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that. And he's saying, why not? And the next thing you know, the spice man's coming out, giving him a cup of coffee, they're having a chat. And he just engages with everybody and gets on with everybody. And so many things came out of it, you just think, do you know what, that's brilliant.
That's what language is for.
That's what language is for. It's brilliant.
That's what language does.
And he says people see me as being disadvantaged, but my blindness has given me the great advantage that I can talk to anybody.
Yes.
Anybody.
Yes.
And they see that as my excuse.
Alhamdulillah.
I just go, I'm terribly sorry. Can you tell me what's over there? Tell me, can you just put me?
Alhamdulillah.
And so he just talks to everybody. But then he would do bits to camera separately, and Sarah Pascoe would do bits to camera separately. And he's an incredibly positive chap. And given it, he went blind at the age of 18.
Right.
And he discussed that, and he got quite tearful.
Imagine?
Oh, I can't. And he got quite tearful when he described that. He said, I thought my life was ending. I literally woke up one morning and I couldn't see anything. And all my friends were going out. They were dating. They were not dating. Going out, enjoying time with the mates and everything. They were driving. Yeah. And all that just ended for me. Just ended overnight. And he got quite teary then. He said, but now I just go out and I meet people and I travel and I do this and I do that. Yep. And then so Sarah Pascoe was doing a bit to camera, and she goes, the thing that I find amazing is he says, because she keeps saying, you can't just walk up to people. Some people are murderers. And she keeps going back to this. There are serial killers out there. Brilliant. And she said, because it's amazing. He keeps saying, no, everybody I meet is really, really nice and really positive. Yeah. And she said,
why is that?
It's because they're a mirror to him.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because he's so positive and he smiles constantly and he's beaming constantly and he's excited by everything. Yeah. Everybody kind of, he's like a battery that walks around and everybody's going zzz, getting a buzz off him. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that really landed when she went, no. The reason he keeps finding nice people is because he's just so nice. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was phenomenal.
What was that thing in the science class? A Van de Graaff generator. Do you remember that thing?
I remember the name.
And it created static electricity.
Oh, yeah.
Makes
people's hair stand up.
And if you point at it, it zaps you.
Yes, that's right.
So when you come close to it, it can make your hair stand on end.
Yeah.
So he was like that, wasn't he?
Yes,
and
constantly.
Everywhere he went, people were affected by him.
Yes.
Because of his energy and because of what he gave out.
Yes.
And And given that was really positive energy, then that's what he got back from people.
From everybody else.
Yeah, because that's it. And the analogy of holding up a mirror is exactly what it is, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, if you give out positive energy, that's what you get back.
Yes.
If you give out negative energy, guess what?
Absolutely.
That's what you're going to get
back. Yeah. It's like these people that say, oh, all men are horrible. Now, all the men that you meet, and usually all the men that you attract, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, every single such and such person I've met has been terrible. Yes, because maybe there's something in you that brings that out in the people you meet.
Yes.
Or you're going to places where those people accumulate because you like those places.
Yep.
So you've got to hold them up to yourself.
Yep.
It was amazing. But what was staggering about it was you thought that this lady, this Sarah, would be taking him round everywhere.
No.
He was almost dragging her around.
Get that? Yeah.
It was incredible. So
she was the reluctant traveller in that relationship,
yes,
and he was the enthusiastic one.
Yes, and they went to Turkey.
Oh,
and they went to Istanbul to begin with.
Oh, I love
and
that
they landed
place.
in Istanbul, and they had to go through the bazaar, through the market.
I love that
to
place.
get to the hotel. So they're pulling the luggage.
Yeah.
And she said, oh, "We've got to go to the hotel. I've got to get rid of. We've got to. I don't feel. I've got to put my bag away." And he's going, "What's that smell?"
Yeah.
I can hear. Is that what's that noise? Because somebody's sawing tin.
Yeah.
He goes, why are they sawing tin? And he just wanders off.
I want to go and find out.
And
what
so
that
she's
tin's
following,
for.
and he's wandering. And
What's the tin for?
Yes, it was amazing. And so he was dragging her around as much as anything.
Yeah.
And then the tables turned a little bit where she went, right, I get it. I want to do the same for him. And she took her to these places and she was describing it, and it was amazing. But what he did was he said, come and listen to it. He took her to a place where they were making honey.
Yeah.
And he said, come up, and he said, put your ear to the hive. He said, it's like a motorway of bees.
Yeah.
And she's listening to it and she's going, oh my goodness. And then before you know it, you can see that she's mentally disappeared.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you could see this almost trance-like state that she was in and how she was using other. Oh, it's phenomenal. And then eventually they went up on this mountain top to where this guy goes and takes his cows.
Yeah.
And they go there because it's safe from all the elements and all this kind of thing, and they stay there and so he's saying, describe this, and she has to hold his hand and point places so he knows where they are, and she's going through all these things. And they went, right, and they just lay down in this meadow. Mm-hmm. He said, right, I'm going to ask you not to speak just for a little bit, just listen. And and all you can hear is just little insects and the wind in the grass, and that's it. And she came from London.
Yes.
She goes, I was born in London.
Yeah.
I was raised in London. And you've got the cacophony of noise. You've got cars, buses, bikes, trains.
Yep.
You've got
Never stops.
Heating systems, boilers, water systems. She goes, and that to me is silence.
Yes.
And I never realised that my silence had so much noise in it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she's saying, now this is silence, and the silence is deafening.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? It was just a wonderful programme. It was wonderful. And this
I'm going to have to check that out.
Oh, it's amazing.
Got to check it out.
This guy, as soon as it started, the good lady went, I know him. Huh? And he started speaking. Glaswegian accent came out.
No.
He was raised in Muslim household.
Yeah.
And my wife's family and their family, house on fire and all that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Within the community.
Yep.
And she goes, I can actually remember it happening. I can remember him losing his sight. I can remember him and his younger daughter,
incredible.
his younger sister, lose his sight.
Incredible.
And I was like, wow, oh my goodness.
Wow.
And she goes, so that's what, so, so then you've got my child number one saying, and it was almost like she was watching a cousin or something that she hadn't heard of for 30 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was wonderful. And this guy was amazing. And one of the greatest parts of it,
go on.
He was in bed and he's fiddling with his phone and he's going, I think this is the right way up, because of course he doesn't know.
Yeah.
And he's recording it and he just goes, listen to that. And it was the Azan.
Oh, beautiful.
And he went, listen to that. What? Oh, listen to that. And it was just like, it was brilliant.
My
it was brilliant.
Elder brother.
Yes.
Rob.
Yes, yeah.
To this day says one of the best sounds he has ever heard was when he went outside of the hotel balcony in Istanbul.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that would have been Fajr time.
Yeah.
He said that was one of the most amazing sounds
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
And absolutely loved it and talks about it to this day.
Yeah.
And that was a few decades ago that he went
Yeah.
there. Talks about it to this day. Absolutely phenomenal
Wow.
experience for him.
Wow.
And I fairly recently took him into a masjid in Manchester.
Yep.
And the azan that was called in that masjid was just beautiful.
Wow.
It's the kind that kind of makes you shiver a little
makes
bit.
your hair stand up on end.
And
Like your Van de Graaff.
It was one of those. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was a Van de Graaff generated azan.
Wow.
It was.
Wow.
And again, my brother said that takes me straight back to Istanbul.
Yeah.
And he said that's one of the nicest noises I've ever heard in my life.
Wow. Wow.
So
Incredible.
people ought to go into mosques.
Yeah.
People ought to have a listen to this.
Yeah.
People ought to realise that actually this call to prayer
It's amazing.
is not just for Muslims.
Yep.
It's for everybody who has a soul.
Absolutely.
It's for everybody that has a heart. It's
Yes.
for everybody. It's for the whole of humanity.
Absolutely.
And people need to just kind of recognise this and realise what the azan means,
Yes.
what the words mean,
Yep.
and what it's actually calling you to do. Because in the azan it says, Hayya ala salah, yeah, come to your prayer.
Yep.
Yeah, Hayya ala falah, yeah, oh, Hayya ala falah, come to your good.
Yeah.
So come to your prayer, come to your benefit, come to your
Yeah.
good. And people ought to realise that that's shouting to them.
Yeah.
It's shouting to them, not just Muslims. Everybody should be doing this.
Yep.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah.
Amazing.
Alhamdulillah.
So I can highly recommend Travelling Blind. I think
Travel
I
Blind.
think it was BBC Two.
Travelling
Travelling Blind.
So-
It was amazing.
That'll be available on the BBC
It'll be
iPlayer. Yeah?
available on BBC iPlayer. That's where we got it.
Yep.
And I think it's now a weekly programme, and it's wonderful.
Alhamdulillah. I'm going to check
Travelling
that out.
Blind.
Check it
BBC
out.
Two. Watch and enjoy.
Check
It's
it out.
Just wonderful.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
Oh, we're back again.
We're back.
We're back again.
Back again.
You can run, but you cannot hide.
You can run, but unfortunately, if you run in the car with the radio on,
Yes, it
you
comes
get
with you.
you get us again.
It comes with you.
If you run with your phone in your pocket,
or in your ears.
it's here.
Yeah.
We're there
Yep.
because we're not only on this radio frequency, but we're also on DAB radio.
Yes.
We're also on the internet.
Yes.
Through a app called
Tune in.
TuneIn.
Tune in.
So you can get us worldwide.
You can.
In fact, we are global. The
Global,
Two
don't
White
you know?
Muslims brand is global.
Yep.
Yeah. And so much so that we were asked to host the New Muslim World Conference.
Yes.
No less.
Yes.
And it was the first conference of its time,
Yep.
of its type in the world.
Yes.
And the organisers wanted somebody intelligent, bright, sophisticated, professional, etc.,
Yep.
to host the show, but unfortunately couldn't find any of that.
So they settled on cheap and available.
And they got that right, didn't they?
They
Because
did.
you are cheap,
And
Junaid.
I've looked at your diary. You're always available.
Oh, thank you. None taken.
But it was
None taken.
great. It was
a great
brilliant.
day. Brilliant day. We had a great day. The 1,000 people in the room loved
Yes,
it.
they did. They
And
did.
then it was broadcast live on
Yes.
Islam Channel across
Yep.
142 countries.
Yes.
We don't know how many people were watching that.
Upwards of 4. we
I
think.
was stood there thinking it can't be more than 4.
Yes.
Because if it is, I'm going to go into meltdown here
Yes.
because
My
I'm a
legs are
little
going
bit
to start
scared.
shaking so much I will look like an Elvis
I'm a
impersonator.
bit scared.
Yes.
And but I loved it. And do you know what? We're going to do another one.
We are.
Inshallah.
We are.
Now, this one,
We've been invited.
the Two White Muslims have been invited yet again
Yeah.
to take part in the next New Muslim World Conference,
This one is
which
going
will
to be.
take place this year
Yes.
during the month of,
Ramadan.
during the first week
Yes.
of the month of Ramadan.
Yep.
And it's going to be played out across the internet.
It is. It's the New Muslim World
Digital
Digital Conference.
So if you've got access to a laptop,
Yep.
a phone, a computer,
Yep.
a tablet, any of those devices that has access to the internet,
Yep.
you will be able to watch this conference. And it is going to be 12 hours
It is.
of brilliant stuff.
Yes.
the speakers that we're getting lined up for this
Yep.
are world class.
Yes.
Awesome orators, brilliant speakers. The knowledge that these guys have got is just brilliant, and it's going to be a fantastic lineup, fantastic talks, and we're so looking forward to it. Inshallah.
Can't wait. So we're going
Inshallah.
to Malaysia.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
I've
We're going to
always
Malaysia.
wanted to go there.
You have. You've said that since the day I met you.
Yes, I've
That's
always
extraordinary.
wanted to go to Malaysia.
Yeah.
Now, my daughter number one has been.
Oh, wow.
She went with her hubby
Yep.
shortly after they got married.
Right, okay.
So that was kind of a lovely holiday trip away.
Very good.
But I've never been.
Right.
And I've always because do you know why?
Go on.
Do you know why? Well, there's many reasons why.
Yep.
But one of them is the food.
I've heard it's pretty good.
I was taken out by a Malaysian to
Taken
talk.
out.
Yeah.
Or do you mean for food?
I was taken out for
Oh,
food.
right,
Yeah,
okay.
I wasn't actually taken out in that
Beaten up.
I was punched and beaten up and left
Took
for
him out,
dead.
took him out.
I took him out. Because all Malaysians talk like that.
Yes,
I
they
took
do.
him. I took
They do.
him
I've
out.
seen those films.
Yeah. This was a Malaysian sister
Wow.
who does an awful lot of work with the Muslim communities
Yes.
across Malaysia.
Yes.
And some would say, well, of course, it's a Muslim community. What are you talking about? It's a Muslim
It's
country.
Malaysia.
But, actually, there's things changing.
Yes.
Like there are everywhere else in
Yep.
the world.
Yep.
They've got their issues, they've
Yes.
got their challenges.
Yep.
But this young lady works with the government, amongst a number of other major international companies,
Yep.
firms, at delivering the message of Islam
Yes.
around Malaysia and, in fact, worldwide.
Worldwide, yeah.
So,
Brilliant.
I was out for lunch, so she took me out for
Yep.
lunch,
Yep.
and she took me to a Malaysian restaurant.
Wow.
And I said, right, love, because I call everybody love.
Yes,
Can't help
yes,
it.
sit down.
It's just the Leeds in me. And I wasn't even born in Leeds.
Nope.
I've spent a lot of time there.
Yes.
So I said, right, love. This menu, it seems to be, although it's written in English, I don't understand any of it. So would you mind, it's a lunchtime, so don't go too heavy
Yep.
on portions. I'm not, it's lunchtime, just bear in, and I need to maintain this
Racing
this
snake
amazing physique that I've got. And she ordered, and it's some of the nicest tasting food I've ever had in my life.
Right.
There was a chicken dish
Yep.
and a vegetable dish,
Right.
yeah, and then some rice. And even the rice tasted amazing.
Wow.
Just boiled rice, as it was.
Yes. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it tasted amazing. I don't know what they put in it. It tasted fantastic.
Wow.
And then it was like a chicken curry. And she said, do you mind spices? Do I
always ask
mind spices?
I'm
Do I
mildly
look
offended.
like I mind spices?
I'm mildly
Well,
offended when they ask me that.
actually, yes, you do.
Yes, you do. You look
Yes, you do.
just like somebody that wouldn't like spice.
You look exactly like the kind of person that would not like spice.
Yeah. Cut off garlic
I
bread.
said,
It's
well,
too
look,
spicy for me.
look, love, right? I live my life on spices.
Yes.
I love them. And I usually just tip in a couple of extra green chilies for good measure.
Yes.
Because the flavour, you just can't beat it.
Yes.
You know when you've finished your cooking?
Yep.
You finish your cooking and you're just letting it rest.
Yep.
And it's nice to sprinkle a little bit of fresh garam masala on top.
Right.
And when I say fresh, I grind my own spices as
Yep.
well. So
Yep.
whole spices in the coffee grinder, grind them up, sprinkle a bit of that on top. And I usually, the fat bullet chilies?
Yes.
Yeah, the fat green ones.
Yep.
I usually stick a couple of those in.
Right.
Whole, just on the top.
Yep.
To
Just
put
a float.
and put the lid on and just let it rest.
Okay.
Yeah. And when you take that lid off, the aroma of chili.
Wow.
Wonderful. So anyway, do I fear spices? No, love.
No.
I'm fine with
I
spices.
think you'll find
So what they
spices
delivered
are
up,
good.
what they delivered up on that table
Right.
was my vision of Jannah.
Oh, wow.
This is the kind of food that we'll get there.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the kind of taste experience
Yeah.
that we'll get there.
Yeah.
Of course, no, it's going to be a million times better than
Yes.
this, but it's what I imagine based
Yes.
on my experiences
Yes.
of this dunya. So, one of the reasons why I really want to go to Malaysia is because of the food.
The food.
Yeah. One of the reasons is because of the climate.
Yes.
Yeah. One of the reasons is because we've met a great bunch of people.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, they
and
just-
a few of them live there.
I don't
now.
think I've met a bad Malaysian.
They're
I don't
great.
I don't think I have.
They're
I
just
can't
so
wait.
lovely.
Yeah.
And I'm so looking forward to it because
Yep.
they also want us to go the Two White Muslims World Tour.
Yes.
They want us to do some
a tour of
talks
Malaysia.
in masjids
Yes.
in Malaysia, and I'm
Yes.
so looking
I
forward
can't
to it.
wait. It's amazing.
Alhamdulillah. So we seem to have a fan base
Yep.
in Malaysia,
Yeah.
of all places.
That's increasing.
Unbelievable, but that's the way it goes. Yeah,
Yep.
they seem to love it. So yeah, the Two White Muslims are going on tour. Inshallah.
Yes, and the tour begins in
Ramadan.
Malaysia. Oh, during Ramadan.
During Ramadan in Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Inshallah. So much looking forward to it. And the New Muslim World Conference. But do you know what? We've also been invited to take part in something else.
Yes.
Which is equally exciting for me.
Yes.
And indeed, I
Oh
know,
my
I know for you,
goodness,
Junaid.
yes.
Where are we going in August?
Well, I have always wanted, to at least attend the Edinburgh Fringe.
Yes.
The thought, at the very deepest, darkest, that little part of the back of your brain where you go, to be on at the Fringe.
Oh, wouldn't that be
To
incredible?
be on at the Fringe. Well, we're going to get the opportunity to do both.
We're going to be on.
We're going to go
The Two
to the
White
Edinburgh
Muslims.
Fringe
The Two
because
White
we're going to be
Muslims
on at the Edinburgh
are
Fringe.
performing at
The Edinburgh Fringe.
Festival.
We're supporting our very, 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 very good friend and wonderful sister,
Lauren Booth.
Lauren Booth,
Lauren Booth, no less.
who's doing her one woman, one lady show.
Yep.
And has asked us to go and introduce it and do a question and answer with her at the end.
Warm up the audience.
Warm up the audience.
Introduce her onto the stage for her performance.
And
then
we're
Q&A
doing
at the
that
end.
at the Edinburgh Fringe. Now, I'm now going to have to say what the Edinburgh Fringe is, because the number of people, certainly within our community, if you say that to anybody else in this great British Isle of ours, we'll go to the Edinburgh Fringe, they'll go, the
Really?
Edinburgh Fringe?
Wow.
How's that?
It's massive.
When we've said it to people in our community, they've gone,
What's that?
so you're going to Edinburgh then? Is it
What's that
is it
then?
like a festival? What?
It's
The
a-
Edinburgh Fringe?
It's the biggest festival of its kind in the world.
It is the largest comedy festival in the world. I say comedy, it's predominantly comedy, but it just tends to be kind of new and innovative.
It's kind cutting edge stuff.
It's cutting edge performance. It's new, innovative performance, which is generally speaking comedic in some way, shape, or form, which will suit us, and it will absolutely suit Sister Lauren Booth.
Yeah.
You get all your famous people have been at the Edinburgh Fringe, and you will get people like was it Lee Evans and people like that who won the Perrier Award at the Edinburgh Fringe, and that's what launched their careers.
So
you make it at the Fringe, you can make it anywhere. And the Edinburgh Fringe is massive, and it's a month-long performance, and there's everything from 10,000, 20,000 seaters down to places that will seat 5 people.
Yes. Yep.
And it's just a month-long extravaganza.
Yep.
And every minute of every hour of every day, there are dozens of performances going on.
Yep.
And we're going to be supporting one
Inshallah.
at the Edinburgh Fringe.
We are going to appear 4 times
Wow.
during that month
Wow.
on stage performing at
The
Edinburgh Fringe. I'm
Fringe.
so looking forward to
I
that.
cannot tell you how excited I am. It is just incredible.
Now, if that wasn't enough,
If that wasn't enough,
Mm-hmm. We've also been asked
yes.
to host a charity event.
Oh, yes, we have. Yes, we have.
Another charity event.
Yet another.
We've done this a few times now.
Yeah.
Very much looking forward to this. And work is coming in quite thick and fast.
Yes,
And
yes.
we're being asked to do all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is just brilliant.
And it's all in the name of Allah. It's all
It is
in
for the
for the
purpose
sake
of
of
da'wah.
Allah.
Yes. All for
and
Allah's sake.
It's just amazing.
This is dawah in reality. This is dawah in motion. This
Yes.
is the work that we do.
Yeah.
Now, there are some say, well, you're so lucky. No,
Yeah,
we're not.
There's no coincidence. There's no luck.
We've just ended up here because of the work and effort that we put in.
Well, yes.
And because of the people that love the work and effort that we put in and love the work that we do, wanting more.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, it's not complicated.
And there was a plan written for us.
And this is all part of Allah's plan.
Yeah.
This is all part of what we were put on this earth to do.
Yeah. Amazing.
And long may that continue.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
We've got an exciting year ahead.
Yep.
Yeah. That's I mean, that's just scratching the surface
Yeah,
of some of the exciting things that we're going to be doing.
Yep.
Because I also know that we're going to be taking charge of the media side of a very, very large institution, an important institution.
Absolutely.
And, the two white Muslims have been asked to take charge of their media.
Yep. And that will be under new management.
Under new management.
Yes,
and that management will be
the
us.
two white Muslims.
Alhamdulillah.
TWM.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. So, I want to thank everybody out there that has taken the time to watch our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Listen to our radio work, listen to our podcasts, and comment in the way that people have on the YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on all the usual social media things.
Absolutely.
And those people who have contacted us directly to give their appreciation for the work that we do. I want to thank each and every one of them.
And everybody that just watches.
And say that you are in our du'as.
Yep.
Yeah, that Allah protects you and guides you, inshallah, and that you want for nothing in this dunya, and you make it to Jannah in the Akhirah, inshallah. So, if you enjoy what we do, carry on watching.
Yes.
If you enjoy what we do, carry on listening. If you don't enjoy what we do, then there's just no hope for you.
No, absolutely.
No hope.
If you enjoy what you do, tell everyone. If you don't, lie.
Tell everybody it's all different. Tell everybody you love it anyway.
Yeah, I've never listened to them. No, never heard of them.
If you don't like us, lie.
Yeah, that's better than a bad review. No, brilliant. Very exciting.
Alhamdulillah. Very exciting stuff. Very exciting, inshallah. Looking forward to every second of it. Before we get started with any of that, we have to do, by contract,
a bit of this.
Some of this.